Hello everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this Staggered Aztec bracelet. I have made 5 and we'll be starting a 6th, and I'm hoping to make 16. Thank you guys so much for 800 subscribers, and let's just hop right in the video because I know it's going to be a little bit long. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay everybody, as you can see here, all of these are kind of like a gradient, or for the most part, some sort of gradient thing. I don't know, not really this one, but yeah, actually, yeah, we have a gradient blue in there. Anyhow, this is pattern at 26211 on BraceletBook if you want to go look at color combinations, but I'm using this teal and brown one, and I'm going to start off with this. This is my A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H color. When doing this, actually, it took me about an hour to find out how to start it with the loop, so I always use the C color. I'm just going to leave my C color out to make the loop, and cut one string of each of these at a little over a wingspan's length, like about 8 inches over. Okay, just to recap what we've done, we cut one strand of each of those colors at just over a wingspan's length. I did about a foot over a wingspan's length, and then for the C color you cut an extra, I don't know, well I put about 12 inches, but you don't need this much. I'm just making sure I have enough. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half according to the bundles. So we're going to pinch one and then grab the other end, like so, and put both of the bundles together. I'm going to hold mine like this. Put both the bundles together and fold the strings in half. Then on the side, without the extra C color, you're going to make a mark for your loop. I'm only going to be doing about 12 knots in this loop because it's a teardrop loop, so I'm going to choose about right here, somewhere pretty close. And then we're going to clip this to our clipboard. Okay, now that area is clipped to my clipboard, I'm going to pull out my C color because it's going to be a little bit longer, and I'm going to make a beginning loop, only doing about 12 knots. How you do this is you make forward, backward knots until you've only done 12, and that's the beginning of your teardrop loop. If you don't know how to do this, there will be a link in the card for all the basic knots. After you've tied these few knots, you're going to just go ahead and inspect and just make sure it looks good. I have mine just the way I want it, so I'm going to take this order of the threads, and that's how you're going to tie this little loop thing. Let me show you. So when doing this loop, after that you're going to have to tie all these little threads, and then that's the order. So first you're going to take your G color and tie that as the next thread. For me, it's this brown. And you're going to go ahead and do a backward knot or a forward backward knot for this side. Okay, tie your G color, then find your E color. For me, it's this craft cord, dark brown. I'm going to go ahead and do a forward backward knot for this one. Go ahead and push it up. Oops, I hit the camera. My bad. So you're going to tie your E color, then you're going to find your H color, which is the darkest color, or the last color in the sequence. And you're going to do a forward backward knot. Then you'll find your F color. For me, it's this teal, and do a forward backward knot. Then you'll find your D color. For me, it's this really light teal mint, and do a forward backward knot. There we go. And then you'll do B and A. For my B color, it is this white, and that is how you make a teardrop loop. Well, that's the first half of it. Now what I'm going to do is just take out my B color, or A color, and I'll put it off to the side and do a row of forward knots all the way down this little chain. Let me just zoom in the video a little bit differently. There we go. So I'm going to take my C color, or this medium brown, and just do forward knots on every single thread but the last thread remaining. Okay, so you should have done 6 forward knots with that brown color, and now we're going to flip it over to the other side by folding the loop in half. We're just going to bring the other side in and do essentially the opposite motion with the threads. So you have left your C color out, and you're going to take your G color and do a backward forward knot very gently. Then you'll take your E color, for me it's that craft cord brown, and do another backward forward knot. Then you take your H color, for me that is that teal. Where is it? It's the darkest one. There it is. And do another backward forward knot, and just repeat this until you have the exact same sequence except opposite as the first. You will go ahead and do 6 backward knots on every of these threads except for this last one, so leave that one out and do 6 backward knots. Now you're going to go ahead and fold your loop very delicately in the center. Then take the 2 middle colors that were the lone colors and do any knot to join them. I'm just going to do a backward knot. Then take that C color, once again on the right side, do a backward knot. And on the left side, do 2 forward knots just to ensure. Now you have made a loop, and we can start knotting the actual bracelet. We're going to start off on the left side with these outer 2 threads on the teardrop loop. And you're going to take the outermost thread and pull it to the side a little bit, and take the second thread and do a backward forward knot on that first thread. Then you're going to do a couple forward knots until you reach the middle, except leave in the middle 2 threads. So take these and move them aside and just do forward knots down the row. Then with this color, this second to the middle one, you're going to do a forward backward knot. Now we can take all 3 of these threads and move them aside until we just have the other 5 threads, I think. Yeah, 5. Then take the outermost brown that we just did a knot over and do 3 forward knots and 1 forward backward knot. Now you'll take all of those threads until you just have 3 remaining threads on the side. Now what you're going to do is take the outermost, which should be your H color, and do a forward knot, and then a forward backward knot. Then take with that same H color, do another backward knot over that first color that you did the knot over. It's kind of a weird sentence, but so you make a diamond shape. Then take that dark brown and do 3 backward knots. Now take your E color and do 3 backward knots and then a backward forward knot. Now you'll take this outermost dark brown and do a forward knot over your H color. This is that first start to this little diamond shape right here, and we're going to repeat this except opposite on this side. Okay, so you have the outermost threads, take the second outermost one and do a backward forward knot over that outermost thread. Now go down the line and do 4 backward knots and then a backward forward knot. Now take that knot you just did a backward forward knot with and the knot you knotted over and put them off to the side, because we're only going to be focusing on these 5 threads. And take the outermost one and do 3 backward knots and then a backward forward knot. Now you'll take those 2 threads you just knotted over, move them off to the side so you only have these 3 remaining. You're now going to take the outermost one, which should be your H color, and do a backward knot and then a backward forward knot. Then once again you're going to go back over that first thread you did a backward knot over and do a forward knot, just so you're creating that diamond figure again. Then you'll take these 3 threads, kind of push them off to the side, and grab that other brown, this should be your G color, and do 3 forward knots. Now you'll take that color and push it off to the side, and do 3 forward knots and then a forward backward knot with this E color. Then you'll once again bring in that outermost brown, which should be, I'm not sure what color this is, but you'll do a backward knot over that H color. So now you've essentially just created those 2 diamonds, and I'm going to readjust my little loop a little bit and just put it back on the clipboard. Then you'll take the 3 outermost threads from each side. This should be your H, G, and E colors, and take them out and put them off to the side. And now we're going to do a chevron kind of thing. So let me just kind of adjust this a little bit. With these 2 innermost cream colors, this should be your A color. Well, no, that is going to be your C color. Your C color is what we're going to be knotting over with our A color. So with our A color, I don't know if you can see this, we're going to do a forward knot over that C color, because we're going to be doing a chevron right now. Then we'll bring all the other threads off to the side and do the opposite on the other side. We'll take the A color and do a backward knot over the C color, and then with this thread we're just going to join the 2 A colors in the middle with a backward knot. Then we're going to move on to the next color. So we'll take that cream color, the A and the C, and with our B color we're going to do 2 forward knots. Then with this B color, this is B, we're going to do 3 backward knots over C, A, and the other B color. So 3 backward knots. And we're going to repeat this process until we have 5. So we've just done, okay, now here's what we're going to do. We are going to take these 3 colors that we've just knotted over and take the 4th color, this should be your D color, and do 3 forward knots over those other knots to make the chevron. Then we're going to finish off this chevron by bringing in the D color from the other side and doing 4 backward knots. My knots are kind of in a knot. Kind of messed up, but now we're going to do 4 backward knots. Now we have one final chevron to make, and we're just going to split these apart, and with our F color we're going to do 4 forward knots. Now you'll take the F color on the opposite side and do 5 backward knots. Okay, I'm just going to bring in all my strings. I'm taking all of these off to the side because we don't really need to think about them. Then what we'll do is we'll take that second darkest brown, which for me is, I think, my E color, and we're going to do 3 backward knots and then a backward forward knot. Now when you finish that backward forward knot, you're going to move those 2 off to the side and take your G color, which should be that second darkest brown, and do 2 backward knots and then a backward forward knot. Now you'll take those threads and move them off to the side, so you only have these 3 remaining, and once again you're going to do a backward knot, then a backward forward knot. And then you're going to swerve it over and do another forward knot just to make that diamond. Okay, now you'll take that G color once again, bring it back, and do 3 forward knots over these last 3 threads. Okay, and with this, I don't know what color this is. This is my E color. You're going to do 3 forward knots and then a forward backward knot. Then you can take this outermost brown, which is your G color, and do a backward knot over that H color. Okay, now we've just done the diamond, and we're gonna have to repeat it on the other side. So bring in those other threads. So once again, you're gonna take the E color and do 3 forward knots and then a forward backward knot. Then with this G color that you just knotted over your H color with, you're gonna do 2 forward knots and then a forward backward knot. Then you'll take your H color and do a forward knot and then a forward backward. Then you'll take the H color and do a backward knot over that farthest color. Okay, and then you'll clump all 3 of these colors together and take your G color, which is the 4th one in from the left, and do 3 backward knots. Now, after you finish that, you're going to take the one that is like 5 in from the left, which is your E color, and you're going to do 3 backward knots and then a backward forward knot, leaving out this farthest string. Now what we have done is that second diamond thing, and now we're going to do the retracting diamond. So you see how we do a chevron, we're going to do the opposite of a chevron. Now we'll go ahead and count 3 strings in and leave them out on each side. So 1, 2, 3, and leave them out. Now we're just going to be focusing on this thread. Instead of using these 2 middle threads as our base threads, we're actually going to be knotting with them. So take the one on the left and do 4 backward knots down. Now take the thread you were just knotting with and put it off to the side with the others. And repeat this process but opposite, so take the other middle thread that was on the right and do 4 forward knots down and then leave the thread out. Now you're going to find the middle threads once again. This should be your D color minus this light mint, and you're going to knot them together. Then, after knotting them together, take the one on the left and do 3 backward knots. Then take the one that was on the right, that mint color, and do 3 forward knots. Now take the new threads in the middle, this should be your B color, for me it's white, and knot them together. Then with the one on the left, do 2 backward knots. With the one on the right, do 2 forward knots. Now, take the newest middle threads, this should be your A color, and knot them together. Then, with the one on the right, do 1 backward knot. With the one on the left, do 1 backward knot. Sorry for hitting the camera. And with the one in the middle now, which is this one, you're going to do 1 forward knot. Then take the 2 strings remaining and knot them together. I'm just going to do a backward knot. Now you want to bring all your strings back into play. Now find the 3rd one in from the left, so count 1, 2, and take the 3rd one. For me, it's my E color, and knot all the way down to the middle. You're going to be doing 5 forward knots with this thread. Now with the 1/3 in from the right, it should be another E color, you're going to do 6 backward knots into the middle, knotting over this other middle E color thread. Now you are ready to repeat. Let me show you what I mean. I'll just grab these 2. You know how this pattern is like a gradient and it goes down? That's because each time you do one of those little sections with those 2 middle things, you bring in the next thread and repeat like we did up here. So I'll leave a timestamp for you to go back and repeat, and I'll meet you back here when we're done repeating. I'm going to do 7 of these little repetitions, so that's that. Let me show you what I mean. With that first block, I did the light blue, that's 1, dark blue 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on, and there'll be 14 of these little chevron thingies when you're ready to finish the bracelet. Okay everybody, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and found it helpful and super easy to make. It's a pretty simple bracelet, even though it took me an hour to figure out how to start. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button on the way out and have a wonderful day.